telling you, Carmelo, something happened. Here is THT. Backhand layup is good. Boy, it hung on the rim forever.
What kind of English did he put on that shot?
First basket belongs to the Lakers here in the fourth. Toronto in the midst of a 6-game roadie. Van Vliet. One bounce for rhythm and to get away from the defense, and down it goes for Chris Boucher.
Boucher has been really good from that distance, so constantly knocking down that corner three.
Russ looked to get into the paint instead of bring it back to LeBron. Got bumped, then immediately looked at the official.
Didn't get a hand check.
Yeah, now we got about 4 guys within 10 feet of him. Because, of course, it's LeBron James. In the corner, boy, they put Ellington in a tough spot. Russ gave it to him. Played a ton. When he plays, averages about 18.5 minutes a game. Horton Tucker put his shoulder into the defender and scored. 94-70.
Has pretty much a one-dimensional player. If they expect me to shoot it, if I can get a hand on it, I'm going to throw it up.
Yeah. Figure that's the only way I'm going to play. Goes Russ eventually. 3-on-2. They'll score on the follow at the other end. Frank says, hey, that's offensive goaltending.
But he put that one back so quick.
Before anybody could see it. THT bounces for LeBron. LeBron got it. Johnson keeps the dribble. We're exactly 5 minutes in. Long 3 for THT. Lakers tonight, 28% from downtown. Again, they started, what, 0 for 14, 0 for 15?
That's how deep he is.
Yeah, and he couldn't score, but he did get really where he could do damage. He was in the restricted area.
Yeah.
He got that away. And he really started his action. Timeout.
Yeah, Lakers take a timeout. Still 6.5 to play in the fourth and final quarter. And Lakers down 98 to 81. The Raptors 22, 22, and 21. That's distributing and putting a lot of pressure on the opposition.
You know, I mentioned that they have. It's a different guy almost every night. You know, it could be Van Vliet, Siakam, Trent Jr., Barnes, who will maybe lead them in scoring. Most of the time, it's LeBron for the Lakers. He's going to lead them.
28-point lead is down to what? 15.
15.
Still a lot of time.
What was it? 20 at the break at the quarter. So they cut into 5. Got to get a stop, and they get it right there. No, they don't. It did not hit the rim, so Van Vliet's got it. Boy, it looked like they had it. The ball was just kind of sitting there. Raptors led by 28 late in the third. Remember, they started the night. Remember, back then it was 30-6 to start the night. They've kind of been good water ever since. They got what they needed, that big lead, and they've been holding on to it. Underneath, Trent Jr. and 1. And it's 102. 5 minutes remaining in the game. Attacking the rim, Horton Tucker. Almost a concession basket that time, and LeBron fouling Siakam as he tried to control him. They're going to control him. They're going to get Carmelo.
Yeah.
LeBron bumped it from behind, too. That's one of those. I think he could have called either one. But you're right, Stu. It's on Carmelo. Poked away by THT on the floor. Ellington, 3-on-1. LeBron, 2 big steps. Throw him down with 1 hand and 1. What a silly foul that time by Gary Trent Jr.
Not a good foul. I mean, they've got scoreboard right now, but still not a good foul. As the Lakers turn them over, get out in transition, and LeBron with the finish for his 23rd point, going to the line to see if he can make it 24.
Going to try to get it down to 14 with 4:24 remaining.
You know, a lot of time, but they just can't put a dent into that Raptor offense. I mean, they get a stop here or there, but the Raptors do a pretty good job of distributing the ball around, and various people have hurt the Lakers.
This free throw by LeBron, he's a rebound away. James with a double-double. Siakam and 1.
There's one of the plays I was just talking about.
There's a counterpunch every time.
Then the Raptors missed 2 more shots.
Carmelo got it. That was straight, Stu. Did you see that one?
Didn't it curve a little bit at the end?
No, straight. It was the exact same angle as before. I saw that one all the way.
All the way.
104.90. You don't get a stop here, it's probably lights out. It's a dire situation as is. But there's the turnover to LeBron. Quickly, THT. Carmelo wanted the three, takes the three, doesn't get the hole. He's going to shoot 3 free throws, though.
See, and
the foul.
And the Raptors used that challenge early in the ball game. And if you really wanted to challenge something now, you're out. As Achua is there, does he foul Carmelo? Wow. That angle doesn't look like much.
He'll be in or on the line for a while, and so while we have a moment, here's a word from Nissan.
This Lakers broadcast is brought to you by the all-new 2022 Nissan Pathfinder.
Stu, do they have it in them to surprise us tonight?
Well, has their defense been consistent? And that's what you definitely need to do. With 3:20 left in the game, you really have to turn the defensive screws. And the Raptors have withstood all of the little surges the Lakers have offered tonight.
Well, they've nearly cut it in half. It was 20 coming into the quarter. Now the crowd, they recognize it. They're involved.
You have to see them open up the floor.
Lob! Achua the